Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Connect Civilian. So in the part second for the design of staircase which is supported for landing one on the side and for mid landing which is parallel to the flight. Okay, so in part 1 we have already seen how to design the base slab and the landing 2, that is mid landing. So, and in this part we will continue with the design of landing 1. Okay, so in part 1 I haven't shown you the shear check for deflection check for landing 2. So we have also done that. So you have to do similarly as the check for base slab how we have done, and here we have find the percentage steel. So it will be 1130, that percentage of steel that we have provided for landing 1 into 1000 divided by 1000 into 200. So here it is not 1000, it is here it is 100. Okay, for per meter of width into 200, that is total depth of the slab, landing slab 2. Okay, so our percentage will come as 0.57. So Fs is calculated at 225.2 Newton per mm square. So by that Mf value will be found as 1.5. I have already shown you by IS code 456 how it is calculated. Okay, so L by D max will come as 30 mm. So L by D provided will be taken as 1.65, that is the effective length of landing 2 into 1000 divided by effective depth of the slab. So it will come as 9 mm, which is less than 30 mm. So this is safe for in deflection also. So now we will continue with the design of the landing slab 1. Okay, so how it is designed, here I will show you. So you have to design this slab by cutting the section 2 2. So for section 1 1 we have to find the steel for landing 1. Okay, so this will be landing 1, and here it is 1.5, this is 150, the gap between the flight, and the other one is also 1.5 meter, the width is also 1.5 meter. Okay, so this section is cut like this, section 1 1, so it will look like this. Okay, so total distance between the beam was beam 1 and 2 was 3150. How 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 150 is equal to 3150. Okay, another is if you are calculating the effective span, how it is calculated for this. Okay, so we have to design the landing slab S1 like this. So we have to calculate the effective span. So for this it will act like a slab. Okay, as a one way. So if it is continuous to slab or the floor slab, the condition was different. Okay, if it is discontinuous here and the door will be provided here or here only. Okay, so this condition will be applied over this type of slab. Okay, so if it is continuous, then we have to design as a one way or two way. Okay, so for effective span, what we have to do, we have to go the lesser of these values. How 1500 this one plus 1500 this one, I have converted into mm, plus 150 plus 174. 174 is the effective depth that we have considered for the landing slab 2. So we are also taking the same dimension for landing slab 1 also, the depth and effective depth. Okay, so it is 174, so it will come as 3324. Now we have to consider also 1500 plus 1500 plus 150 plus center of both the beams. Okay, that is 300 divided by 2, 300 divided by 2. So it is total 300. So it will come as 3450. So we have to consider lesser of both values. So for effective span we are going to take the value 3.324. Okay. Now the depth is equal to 3324. It is in mm divided by 20. That is for simply supported is equal to 166. So it is less than 200 that we have considered the total depth for landing. So this will also be okay for now. So our capital D, that is total depth for landing 1, is 200 mm. Now we are going for the calculation of load. So how we have calculated for the slab landing L2, similarly we have to calculate for that also. So factor load on landing slab 1, we have calculated the 50% of the landing 2, so it is 8.25, already done during the calculation of landing 1 and base slab. Okay. Reaction, we have got the reaction as VA as 46.55 kilonewton. Okay. So it is VA and for one flight. Okay. For other flight is also 46.55 for one flight. I mean to say this is your first flight and this is your second flight. So for this flight we have already done, so our reaction will be doubled for this flight also. Okay. So we have to consider the VF for both the flights at VF taking the section 11. Okay, for both the section, so it will come, both the flight will coming under this slab. Okay. So total load on landing 1 will be coming as 8.25 into effective span, that is 3.324 plus 46.55 plus 46.55 for both the flights. Okay. So it will come as 120.53. Now due to symmetric loading, P1 is equal to V2. Okay. So what is V1 and what is V2? Here for this section here it is V1, we are considering as V1, and for this section we are considering as V2. Okay. So our due to symmetric loading, our shear on both the phases will come as 60.26. Okay. 125.53 divided by 2 is equal to 60.26 kilonewton. So for VA is also considered as P1 is considered as 60.23 and P2 is considered as 16.26. Okay. Now bending moment and shear force calculation. So maximum bending moment calculated as WL by 8. Okay. So 120.53, this is the total load, multiplied by 3.324 is the effective span divided by 8, so it will come as 50.08 kilonewton meter. It will act at the center of the slab. Okay, or landing 1. Okay, and maximum shear force will be calculated here, that is 60.26 on both the faces. Okay, so reinforcement will be calculated as per the formula. So we have already done the reinforcement part. So in part 1 we have already done the calculation for the waist and landing to slab. Similarly you have to calculate the AST with the same formula with the effective depth 174. Okay, so if you put the value for all the bending moment and shear force value in the formula of AST, you will get AST as 893 mm square. Okay, so we are providing 12 mm die of bar at 110 center to center. You can go with the similar spacing as provided for waist and landing to slab. Okay, so that will be more easier as per the side view. Okay, but here I am taking as 110 mm as per the requirement. Okay, so distribution bar will be provided as 8 mm at 160 mm center to center, so it will come as 314, which is okay. And similarly you have to calculate you have to go for the shear check also. Okay, how you have done for the landing to slab and base slab, similarly you have to follow the same procedure for the landing one also. So in the percentage stage you have to put the percentage stage that we have done calculated here, that is 1028. Okay, so we have provided 1028 multiplied by 100 divided by 1000 into total depth, that is 200. So what percentage is coming, according to that you have to give the modification factor value from the IS code 456. Okay, so L by D maximum will be by the same formula. So what modification factor you will find, you have to give the same value and multiply that by 20 for simply supported, and L by D provided will be, so this L by D provided will be different from that. So it will be here it is 1.65. So there you have to give the 3.324, that is the effective span that we have calculated for landing one. Okay, multiply by 1000 divided by 174. Okay, so similarly you can also check the deflection for landing 2. So we have completed design for the slab and we have also seen how to provide the steel. So I will show you how we are going to give the steel details for the slab. Okay, so then this is the slab. Okay, so this will be your first landing and this will be your second flight. Okay, first flight, second flight. So this will be your the red one that is shown here. Okay, so this will be your main steel. Okay, at the bottom, and the blue one is your distribution steel. So for this slab we have calculated 12 mm at 120 mm center to center. I will show you here. So we are providing for the base slab as 12 mm at 120 mm center to center, and distribution as 8 mm at 160 mm center to center for base slab. Okay, so we have provided the 12 mm of 120 main steel at the bottom and 8 mm 160 distribution steel for base slab. Okay, so it will be continuous at the upper side and at the lower side also. Okay, so this main steel will be continuous here. Okay, and it will go like this in landing one up to here, and alternately it will be bent. One will be go straight and other will be bent like this. Okay, for landing one, this will be your landing one and this will be your landing two. Okay, so spacing will become here as double of that 120, so it will become as 240. Okay, so this will be go like this and it will bend like here. Okay, as we have done in slab. Okay, similarly for upper bars, here this slab will bar will go like this and it will go up into this. So this will be also 12 at 120 mm center to center. Okay, so lapping will be provided if steel will be more than 12 meter. Okay, so lap will be provided according to the given dia of bar that will be taken as LD or 50D. Okay, whichever is greater, and here alternate bar will be going straight like here. Okay, and one bar will, this downward bar, that is the main bar for landing. So it will be for landing bar. I will show you. We have provided landing bar 12 mm of 100 mm center to center. Okay, main bar for landing. This is a main bar for landing. Okay, so this will be our main bar for landing, and it will go here and bent up to x, and this will be equal to 0 point, that is 638. So you can take 650 mm. Okay, x distance. So x distance is calculated here. It will be 650 mm. Okay, and here also. So this is a main bar, and it is 12 of 100 mm center to center for landing 2. Okay, and similarly this bar that is going straight to up to here, so it will be 12 of 240 mm center to center. How this main bar will be gone here, and alternate bar will be lapped from here, and it will be taken up to here to LD or 3F, whichever is greater value is present. Okay, so it will be 12 of 240 mm center to center, that is double of 120 mm. Okay, so this bar is provided for landing 1 and 2, or sorry, for base slab and for landing slab, and your distribution is provided same as base slab 8 mm of 160. So this bar will be 8 mm of 160, that is the blue bars. Okay, it will be 8 bar of 160. Okay, 8 mm of dia bar of 160 spacing. Okay, now similarly for the second flight you have to calculate. Okay, so it will be provided same, but here you don't have to provide as the this one, as it is not landing 1, it is now landing 2, so you have to provide extra bar at the top here, and it will be 12 of 100 mm that we have calculated for landing 1 here. Okay, sorry, for landing 2. So this is your main bar for landing 2, so you have to give the 12 of 100 mm here also. Okay, at the top, and this is your main bar, that is main bar for Westland, and it will be continuous up to here to the top of the landing 1 also. Okay, so it is 12 of 120 mm, and our distribution bar is 8 of 160 mm, and the total depth is 250 mm. So, and this distribution bar. Okay, so for landing 2 there is slightly a difference in landing 2. So this bar will be 12 of 110 mm that we have calculated for landing 2. I will show you here. It is a little bit confusing, but if you can understand, so you can easily design the stair. Okay, main bar was from base slab will be gone to both the landing 1 and 2, and in landing 2 what will happen, for in landing 1 what will happen, you have to also design as per the beam requirement, that is side by side. Okay, that's why we have provided this as a main reinforcement. So why I provided that at 110 spacing, I will show you here. So we have calculated here 12 mm at rate of 110 mm. So main reinforcement for landing 1 is calculated. So that's why if you see the section 1-1, that is this section. So this is section 1-1. So it will become your main reinforcement from here, this one. Okay, that's why here we have provided. So that bar, that is the blue bar here, is this bar, that is the blue bar, that is curve bar. Okay, and it is provided alternatively. One bar will go straight, other bar will be bent like this. Okay, So it will be bent as 12 at 110 mm. So it is provided as 12. So we have to increase the size. Okay, so it is 12 at 110 mm, and this bar is provided as 12 at 240 mm that we have seen in this. Okay, this bar, that is the orange main bar that is coming from slab, that will become as 12 as 240. Okay, so you don't have to do anything, it is already done from the stairs. Okay, similarly alternated bar will be doubled the spacing as, so it will become 12 as 220. So straight bar will be go like this, here it is provided, and this bent U bar will be spacing become double of 110, so it is 12 at the rate of 220 mm center to center. Okay, and it will be extended up to 600 mm for 12 mm dia bar. Okay, then this one become as 12 as 220, and this will be coming for the main, from the main reinforcement of the slab, so it is 12 of 240 mm. Okay, here it is orange one, so it will become as 12 of 240. Okay, so you can easily give the steel, and it is provided only in landing slab 1. Okay, you don't have to provide for the whole slab, it is provided in landing slab 1. Okay, so a distribution bar is already provided for the landing slab 1. Okay, so here it is provided at the top of bent. Okay, 8 of 160, the distribution bar is provided. Okay, so in this way you can design this staircase manually also, and provide the steel as per the requirement. Okay, for dog-legged staircase. Okay, where beam is supported on the landing one on side by side, and for the mid landing parallel to the flight. Okay, so in next lecture we will see the how to design in Excel sheet, using Excel sheet. I will add this Excel sheet to the in the description, so you can download it and design it by yourself. And in next lecture I will show you how to design using this Excel sheet, so you can easily design any of the dog staircase of this type by providing the value that you have to give for the bending and shear force calculation. Okay, so you can easily get the steel here. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.